Hello, this is Mary with Better Day Consulting and Credit Repair, and I just want to bring you a short video on how to use a Goodwill letter. A Goodwill letter is used to send to your creditors when you have had a late payment. One or two late payments is the only time you want to send this to your creditor, right? If you have multiple late payments like 5 and 10, and you still behind or went into collections or it's a charge off, then this Goodwill letter is not going to do you any good. Once you have made your mistake in making a late payment and you've shown positive payment history since then, that's the time you want to send this letter. Now, when you have a late payment, it can drastically reduce your credit score between 50 and 80 points. Trust me, I know because it happened to me. So on each credit bureau that account is reporting on, it's going to have an impact on that credit score for that credit bureau. So let's get on with the letter. So like I said, this is a Goodwill letter you're going to send to your creditors when you like 1 to 2 payments behind. And you can use this for your multiple creditors that you're 1 to 2 late payments behind. But if you late with everybody and consistently late, don't send these folks that letter. Don't even waste the ink to print it out to send it to them, okay? But you're going to get this letter and you're going to put your name and your address. Of course, today's date, the date that you do the letter. And your name and address and your creditor's name and address as well. So you can get that information from your credit report. For instance, if it's Capital One address will be listed inside your credit report at the bottom of your credit report. And if Capital One have more than one address, send it to all the addresses. That way you know somebody got it and somebody is working on it at the 2 or 3 addresses that they're reporting. Okay? So this late payment removal request regarding account number, whatever that account number is, however it's listed on the credit report, that's what you want to put here. Now you can do 2 or 3 things. Well, you can do 2 things. One, you can send a letter to, for example, Capital One or Chase for each account that's listed. So one for TransUnion, one for Equifax, and one for Experian. Or you can put all those together on one letter. And the reason I say that is because sometimes when you look at your account number, it may be reporting differently on each of the credit bureaus, but that's still the account. So you want to list it exactly how it's listed on the credit bureaus and put it here on the letter. So, because someone may be truncated like four digits at the end with like the X's. That's what I mean, truncated. 4 X's at the end, or 6 X's, or 8 X's, or whatever. So it's best to put all of them on one letter, or do 3 letters to that same credit bureau. To that same creditor, with different account numbers. So we're gonna go on with the letter, okay? So the letter gonna read something like this, and everybody's letter is gonna be different because everybody's situation is different. So this one says, unfortunately, in whichever month and year, for example, if you had a late payment in September, and it's now January, 6 months down the line, and you just now realize, oh, I had a late payment. You scored and dropped because you ain't been paying no attention. You want to go ahead and make that up, and you want to make that up like immediately. You want to go ahead and start making those payments. If you missed the payment, go ahead and start making those immediately, because you want to show that since you done had your little mishap, that you are paying your bills on time again. And, you're showing that you are a good customer of them. Okay, so unfortunately, in whatever month and year, I took advantage of our relationship and failed to submit my monthly payments on time. It was an exceptionally busy time in my life, and I was balancing being a single parent of a 6 and 7-year-old while taking night classes to fulfill one of my long-standing career goals of gaining my college degree. So your situation may be different. Your situation may be you was taking care of a sick relative. You lost your job, or you were ill yourself, you were hospitalized, or whatever the situation is. You want to put that right there. And the next sentence is, now that I found a prosperous balance in my life, I cannot associate with the person that let this payment obligation go unattended. So now that you done came out of whatever situation you were in, then you want to make mention to that right there. I fully respect my obligation with whatever company, your Chase, your Capital One, or whatever, and have worked diligently to amend my relationship with you by regaining your trust. A brief look at my account will reveal I have successfully made on-time payments since my unfortunate circumstance. So that's what I mean by, once you have that and you start making your payments again and making them consistently and making them on time, you can actually state that sentence there because that's what you have been doing. The next paragraph. I recently began searching for a new financially rewarding career in business, and it has come to my attention that because of my late payments with whichever creditor, of course you're going to name them there, I'm being rejected career in my field. So this not only can be a career thing, it could be a mortgage loan, it could be a car loan or a personal loan or whatever you're trying to do, right? And then you say, as you may know, FICO scores are being used more and more in the selection of prospective job applicants, which it does, because a lot of jobs that you can't get unless you pass a security screening, and one of the security screenings is your credit report. And depending on what job and what they're paying and all that kind of stuff, there's different circumstances. But you could be applying for, like I said, a home mortgage or whatever, and you would change that sentence there. As you may know, FICO scores are used more and more in the mortgage industry or whatever to approve mortgage applications or loan, whatever the situation is. You're going to change that as well. So in light of let's move this down a little bit. In light of my renowned focus and demonstrated commitment to rebuilding my trust with your company, you rebuilding the trust with their company because after your mishap, you continually start making on-time payments and made at least your minimum payment every month. Okay, I'm requesting that you please give me a second chance at a positive credit rating by revising the late payments that are reporting with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian and listing them as paid as agreed. So you told them what your situation was and you told them the circumstances and you also let them know, hey, since then I'm back on track now, and now you basically telling them what you would like for them to do. Okay, and the next one, I sincerely hope that Mr. Capital One believes in their customers, and I humbly request your consideration to allow me to pursue the career of my dreams. And it could not be like a career. It could be like I said, a mortgage or a car or a loan, personal loan, or whatever it is. I appreciate your time and look forward to receiving a favorable decision from your department soon. Regards, and you sign your name. And you may want to put your phone number on there. You may want to put an email address on there under your signature, and you may want to put a fax number if you have one. You want to have those ways for them to immediately communicate with you versus you have to wait 7 to 10 days to receive the letter in the mail. And now you want to wait at least 30 days to see how they respond to you. And if they don't respond to you within 45 days, then you want to attach a letter. Now, if you send this letter certified, it says at the bottom, send it certified with return receipt. If you have it sent certified and return receipt, you will have a document back, from the postal service saying that it was delivered and it was signed, So then you want, if you want to hear back from them within 30 days, then you want to attach a copy of this letter, attach a copy of those certified return receipts, documents, and rewrite a letter saying, same basic thing, Goodwill Letter stating that on such and such date, I wrote your company regarding removing a late payment and making it paid as agreed, and I have not heard from your company. I see that you received my document on whatever date that it's been signed for on that letter from, not letter, but on that return receipt from the postal service. You'll want to attach that to, and you want to reference that date on there. Please update me on the status. I'll be waiting to hear from you soon, or something like that. So I just wanted to bring you this short video so you can contact your creditors and get this Goodwill Letter into action so you can get that late payment off your credit report, and you can see your credit score improve. Okay, this is Mary with Better Day Consulting and Credit Repair. If you want your credit fixed, put Mary Taylor in the mix, and I do free credit consults. You'll see that at the bottom of the screen at creditconsult.com. www.betterdayconsulting.com. And if you want a copy of this letter, just write at the bottom in the comments, send me Goodwill Letter or Goodwill Letter please, or Goodwill Letter or something like that to let me know you need a copy, and I'll send you a link so you can download it. And you can go ahead and send it off to your creditors. Now, this won't work with collection agencies, and it won't work if this is a charge off or anything like that. It won't work with any accounts that's in bankruptcy or nothing like that, because you can't bring those back. Those basically dead accounts. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I got to say. All right, have a good